Hello learners, I am Parikshit and welcome to a very exciting session on Unacademy CATalyst. In today's session, we are going to talk about a very important topic from the perspective of your examination. Logical reasoning, circular arrangement basics. Remember, if you are one of the candidates who still find difficulty solving circular arrangement caselets, then this is the only video that you need to see to ensure that the basics are in place. Remember, unless your basics are in place, you are always going to find this particular topic really intimidating and difficult. So let's get started immediately for this very exciting session. Yes, this is me, your educator on the platform with the highest live class ratings thanks to my learners. Okay, a lot of new batches are starting on Unacademy in the next few days. The weekday batch, a practice with experts batch, and a weekday batch, supreme weekday batch. So if you want to subscribe to any of these batches, remember you got to subscribe to Iconic or on Unacademy Plus. And to do that, remember to use the code Parikshit Live. Whenever you use this code, you get free mentorship and 10% discount on any amount payable. Let's get started. Okay, yes. So let's talk about the circular arrangement basics initially, right? So let's talk about the basics of circular arrangement. Now, first things first. In this particular type of case list, right? What type of questions can you get? You would often see questions, let's say on marbles. Marbles are arranged in a circle, right? Or flowers are arranged in a circle, right? So in this case, marbles, flowers, etc., there can be so many objects arranged in the form of a circle. Or it can be living beings like people arranged in the form of a circle. People, right? Now think about it. If you think about circular arrangement, it would be a misnomer if you are visualizing only and only circles. It need not necessarily be a circle. It could be a circle, or for that matter, it could be a square, it could be a rectangle, it could be a triangle. All of these, right? All of these geometrical figures, regular geometrical figures, falls in the chapter circular arrangements. It could even be a pentagon. It could even be a pentagon. So any geometrical figure, okay, that we talk about comes under the chapter circular arrangements. That's the first thing. So if ever you see a question on squares or triangles, do not get worried. It will have the same basics as circular arrangements. That's point number one. That's point number one. Point number two. Whenever they say six people are arranged in a circle, six people are arranged in a circle. So it's very easy. Just place six people. It could be anywhere, but I would suggest put them equally spaced, right? So when I say equally spaced, divide the circle into six equal parts. Six equal parts. It is always good to have equal divisions so that in that case you don't make a mistake. If there are 8 people sitting in a circle, what will happen? 8 equal spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But let's say they give you 5. Obviously, if there are odd number of people, you cannot have equal arrangements. That's perfectly fine. You will not get a wrong answer. That's point number 2. Point number 2. So I have talked about 2 points now in the basics. First, circular arrangement can mean any geometrical figure. Point 2, when you arrange the people around a circle or around a figure, put them equally spaced. Third, some common frequently used terms in circular arrangements. Third term is two people, okay? Two people are farthest from each other. This should not get you thinking in a question. Are farthest from each other. What does this mean? Think about it logically. Two people are farthest from each other. Think about it. If there are people around a circle, okay, and if two people have to sit farthest from each other, can I say they have to be opposite each other? Why? Think about it. It's logical. Remember, diameter is the longest chord in a circle. So anyone who sits across the diameter of a circle will be farthest from each other. So moment they tell you two people are farthest from each other, they only mean to say two people are sitting opposite each other. Do you get the point? That's very, very, very important. That's the next point. Point number four. Point number four. Left and right. Left and right. Trust me, this is something where students make a mistake even a day before your exam. Think about it. If I tell you A is to the immediate left of B, okay, let me mark the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 5 and 6, okay. I'm telling you, you know what? A is to the immediate left, A is to the left of B. Forget about immediate. I'm saying A is to the left of B. Now, some of you who are not clear in your basics might say, you know what? A can be out here or A can be out here and so on. You might have multiple possibilities. But this is incorrect. This is completely incorrect. So what you need to understand is in a circle or for that matter in any geometrical figure, left would always mean immediate left. Left would always mean immediate left. So if I tell you A is to the left of B, okay, it always means A is to the immediate left of B. Similarly, if I were to tell you C is to the right of B, C is to the right of B, right, I'm not using the word immediate right. You know what? Only right. C is to the right of B. Immediately you should understand C is to the immediate right of B. Immediate. So in a circular arrangement, there is no concept of immediate left or immediate right. Right would mean immediate right, left would mean immediate left. And that holds true always. Always. Correct? That's point number four. That's point number four that you need to understand before we start solving questions on circles. And another point I would like to mention, before I get into the questions, point number 5 is doesn't matter where you put the first person. Doesn't matter, okay? First person. What doesn't matter? The first person. First person. What do I mean? What do I mean by that? If I tell you there are 8 people in a circle, there are 8 people sitting around a circle, okay? 8 people sitting around a circle, and I tell you A and B are opposite each other. A and B are opposite each other. You don't have to think where should you put A and B. Remember, the first person doesn't matter. Someone might say, I'm trying to put A here. Absolutely fine. Then where will B go? B will go out here. Some other fellow might do something else. What can he say? He wants to put A here. He wants to put A here. Fine. Then in that case, B will go here. What I'm only trying to say is all these are one and the same. Remember, you can think about a circle like a steering wheel of a car, right? So if you rotate the circle, the blue and the blue will take the green's place and the green will take the blue's place. So it doesn't matter. Wherever you put the first human being, doesn't matter. Okay, so when you need to put something around a circle, don't think 10 times that where should I put the first person. First person, put it anywhere. Think about it. If A is down, okay, think about these two arrangements, okay. A is out here, B is out here. This is equal to B is out here, A is out here. Why? Think about it. It is just one circle. You rotate the circle. Moment you rotate the circle like a steering wheel of a car, this A will go up, this B will come down. So it's one and the same thing. It's one and the same thing. So where you put the first person across a circle absolutely doesn't matter. So very important. First person doesn't matter. Left means immediate left. Right means immediate right. Right? Farthest away means they are opposite each other. So these 3 or 4 basic points you got to remember. They are the most important. Correct? Now with this basics, let's get started and try solving a caselet. Let's try solving a caselet. Okay? Okay. Let's have a look. Okay. Let's have a look at this particular caselet. Okay. Let's read it together. There are 10 people at a round table conference consisting of a professor, a lawyer, a doctor, a scientist, an accountant, a grocer, 2 computer scientists, and 2 marketing executives. The professor sits opposite to the lawyer. Now think about it. Remember, I told you. What did I tell you? First person doesn't matter. First person absolutely doesn't matter. So let's try to have 10 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are the 10 people around a circle. 10 people around a circle, right? So what's the first statement? Professor sits opposite to the lawyer. So where you put the first person absolutely doesn't matter. So let's try to put him anywhere you want. You put the professor, let's say I'm trying to put out here. Professor sits opposite the lawyer. So the lawyer will go here. Lawyer will go here. Correct? Next, scientist and the doctor sit opposite each other. Now you know what? Now the second person onwards, I just can't put him anywhere. Only the first person, you have the liberty to put him anywhere you want. So second person, scientist and doctor, I don't know. There are many possibilities. So I will hold on. Third statement. Two marketing executives sit opposite each other with one of them sitting to the immediate left of the scientist. Here also it is difficult to put. Why? Because I don't know about the marketing executives. I don't know about the scientists till now. So I think I will hold on. I will hold on. Let's read the last statement. The professor sits to the immediate right of the scientist. Now I think this is something which I can mark in my diagram immediately. Why? Because the position of the professor I know. The position of the professor I know, and because I know the position of the professor, I think I can place the scientist. So where does the professor sits? He sits to the immediate right of the scientist. So can I say the scientist will go here? The scientist will go here. Immediate right of the scientist sits the professor. So the last statement and the first statement has been taken care of. Now have a glance again. Anywhere else they talk about the scientist? Anywhere else? Any other? Let's go to the second statement. Can you see? The scientist and the doctor sit opposite each other. Now you know the scientist. Now you know the scientist. Because you know the scientist, you can place the doctor. Remember, opposite each other. Opposite would always means along the diameter. Along the diameter. So if you want to draw a diagram, let me use a different color. It will be visually more easy to read. So opposite means along the diameter, right? So along the diameter of the scientist will be this position. So who sits opposite the scientist? The doctor sits opposite the scientist. So the doctor will come here. Doctor will come here. Correct? Next, the two marketing executives sit opposite each other and one of them sit to the immediate left of the scientist. Now you know the position of the scientist. So you know what? You will know the position of the marketing executive. Why? Because one of the marketing executives, remember there are two of them, one of them sits to the immediate left of the scientist. We know the scientist, and on the immediate left of the scientist is the marketing executive. And they say the two marketing executives sit opposite each other. Again, the same logic. Opposite means along the diameter. Along the diameter. So this would be the diameter, right? So place the other marketing executive. The other marketing executive would be out here. Would be out here. Correct? So now you are done. You are done. You have whatever information was given, you have placed all the human beings around the circle with the given information. Let's get started with the question. Let's get started with the question. Number one. If two computer specialists sit opposite each other, but neither of them is immediately next to any marketing executive. Now remember, computer specialists are not next to any marketing executive. So can I say this position is ruled out? This position is ruled out because it is next to a marketing executive. This red position is ruled out because it is next to a marketing executive. So if you rule out these positions and you still need to place two computer specialists opposite each other, the only possibility is out here and out here. Computer specialists. Correct? Question is, who sits to the immediate right of the professor? Immediate right of the professor. So can you see on the immediate right of the professor sits the computer specialist. Sits the computer specialist. Answer is option A. Answer is option A. Easy, right? So I think this is a very easy chapter provided your fundamentals are clear, right? So let's look at question number 2. So whatever is in red color, I will rub it because it was specific to the question. Okay, number 2. The maximum number of persons you can count if you start counting with the scientist and end with a marketing executive, excluding both is. Excluding both is. Now this question, I'm sure a lot of you would make a mistake. Can you locate the scientist in the figure? Can you locate the scientist in the figure? Here, right? This is the scientist. Now you need maximum number of people between the scientist and a marketing executive. Which marketing executive should you consider? Let's say I call him 1. Let's say I call this person 1 and I call this marketing executive 2. Which one should you consider? Maximum number of people in between. You know what? You should consider marketing executive 1. You should consider marketing executive 1. Why? Why do I say so? Think about it. It's very simple. Can you count? You don't count clockwise. Don't count like this. In that case, there are no people in between. There are no people in between. Rather, how should you count? Anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise. So can you count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you count anti-clockwise between marketing executive 1 and the scientist, there will be how many people? Maximum people. How many of them? 8. Remember, you could have counted in any direction. That's the beauty of a circle. Clockwise or anti-clockwise. So if you count anti-clockwise, you would have got your answer as 8. You would have got your answer as 8. Correct? So it's a pretty easy one, but a lot of you would make a mistake on this, would make a mistake with this. Okay. Let's look at number 3. Let's look at number 3. If a computer specialist is the immediate neighbor of a marketing executive, and the grocer is the immediate neighbor of the lawyer, how many different kinds of sitting arrangements are possible? Assume that the two computer specialists are indistinguishable from each other, okay? And the two marketing executives are indistinguishable from each other. Meaning to say, the two marketing executives, they are same, okay? So let's consider them inseparable or indistinguishable from each other. Now remember, who are the human beings left? I have got 3 empty spaces at the moment. 1, let's mark it, okay? Let's mark the empty spaces. I have got empty space 1, empty space 2, empty space 3, and empty space 4. There are 4 empty spaces, correct? They say the grocer is to the immediate neighbor of the lawyer. Immediate neighbor of the lawyer. So think about it. There is only one lawyer. There is only one lawyer. Because there is only one lawyer, you can immediately put the grocer at position 1. At position 1, the grocer is gone. The grocer is gone. Now who is left? There are 2 marketing executives. There are 2 marketing executives left, and there is 1 accountant left. 1 accountant left, and then there are what? 3 empty spaces. Okay. Now think about it. How many arrangements are possible? Remember, the 2 marketing executives are inseparable or indistinguishable. Not inseparable, indistinguishable from each other. Now think about it. It's very easy. Let's consider the accountant. I think it will be easy to think from the accountant's perspective. Let's start fixing the accountant. You know what? First, you go and fix the accountant out here. You go and fix the accountant out here. Did you fix him at position number 2? In that case, you have got one arrangement. Marketing executives will come here. Marketing executives will come here. This is arrangement 1. This is arrangement 1. Now again, think about the accountant only. Can you put the accountant in the next position? Can you place the accountant in position 3? If you place the accountant in position 3, you would get another marketing executives out here, marketing executives out here, another arrangement. Correct? This is another arrangement. Accountant at position 3. Similarly, one last case would be the accountant is at number 4. The accountant is at position 4. So total, and in that case, marketing executives will be at 3 and 2. Will be at 3 and 2. So how many arrangements in total? 3. Answer to this is 3. Answer to the last one is 3. Did you get it? So remember, think from the perspective of the accountant. You place the accountant at position 2, you get one arrangement. You place the accountant at position 3, you get another arrangement. You place the accountant at position 4, you get the third arrangement. Why? Remember, the marketing executives are indistinguishable. So you don't have to consider them as separate. Can you say that ME1 and ME2 is one case? Or if ME2 sits here, marketing executive 2 and marketing executive 1 sits here, another arrangement? No. Why? Because they are indistinguishable. So in total, you have got 3 arrangements. Super awesome question to build up your basics. We are going to continue this in the next class. Where I'm going to talk about more about circular arrangements and we'll take up more cases. But today's class is just to give you an idea of the basics, the 5 important points that I mentioned. And if you understand the first 5 points, we did a very good case to make sure that the basics are put into practice. Okay, I think that's it. A quick reminder to all of you. Remember, I have just started a complete new LR course, a complete new comprehensive LR course. We just started with 3 classes. This is a comprehensive new LR course, okay? comprehensive new LR course. We just got started and we have done with 3 classes. We are done with 3 classes. So if you subscribe to Unacademy Plus every morning 7:45 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. we do LRDI on live on Unacademy Plus. And more than that, what I also give you is a lot of practice materials, right? A lot of practice materials with video solutions. More than 200 hours of practice materials I will provide you with video solutions, because remember, once you are done with the live class, you need more and more practice questions. So I have developed a complete course of practice materials wherein I start from the very basics. Let's say you are a beginner, you will start with the foundations. 16 hours of foundation practice videos. Once you get the foundations, you want to know more about the concepts, then we start discussing the concepts. 14-hour, and this is sequence 2. Can you see? Then you go next step. Once the foundations are in place, the concepts are in place, you decide to put them to practice. That's sequence 3, and so on. So over 200 hours of videos are available, and remember, all this can be accessed if you join Unacademy Plus. And when joining Plus, remember to use the code Parikshit Live. There is also a bumper offer running at this point of time. If you join Unacademy Plus using the code Parikshit Live, 3 benefits. Benefit 1, you get a 10% discount. Benefit 2, there is a bumper offer running. The offer is you subscribe to Unacademy Plus for just 6 months, and we in Unacademy are going to extend your subscription by a month. So you buy for 6 months, we'll give you extension up till 7 months. But that can only happen if you join using the code Parikshit Live. And third is the most important benefit, mentorship. Remember, for in the class, every student is same. But beyond class hours, if you have any doubts beyond your class hours, practice materials, mock papers, strategy building, and if you have joined Unacademy Plus using the code Parikshit Live, you get free mentorship. Your doubts will be clarified, your strategies will be taken care of, your mocks will be analyzed, and a lot more. So remember to join Plus using the code Parikshit Live, right? And I will see you every morning 7:45 a.m. live. And yes, if you are a BBA or a hotel management student, there are a lot of plans on Unacademy. You can subscribe to them using my code for maximum discounts. Code is Parikshit Live. And anytime you have a doubt, make use of the Ask a Doubt feature. And to test yourself, do enroll for the weekly scholarship test using my code Parikshit Live. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the session, and I'm going to see you in my next session. Till then, goodbye.